Is this the true modern human superpower? I'm continuing to read the book Atomic Habits, and in chapter 3, James breaks down the 4 steps that create habits. And this is very powerful. He describes why our brains do this, that to solve a problem, the first time we're exposed to it, our brains have to work very hard, that the conscious mind is the bottleneck of human awareness, and it wants to work out the problem, shift it down to the subconscious, and then run that routinely from the subconscious. And the way to do this is it basically creates habits. The next time that I see that similar situation, I know that there's a reward at the end of it, and I will go from that cue to the craving for the reward, to the actions for the reward, to experiencing the reward. And he suggests that knowing this, then you can make a good habit by increasing the cue's visibility, making what was the cravings one? Goodness, let me just look it up. The craving was make it attractive. The response was make it easy. And the 4th one, the reward, was make it satisfying. And conversely, if you want to break a bad habit, make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, and make it unsatisfying. And it's very interesting because, having been a doctor for many years, there's particular medications for smoking that make smoking extremely unsatisfying, that people smoke the cigarette and it does not give them the relief. It also makes them unattractive. It makes them taste like metal. For some reason, they describe the cigarettes being metal. This works to break the habit of smoking because it is unenjoyable and it is not satisfying. But this still isn't the superpower. This isn't the superpower. What I want you to consider is that all of these habits require me to be in that situation, to be cued and to learn and to go through that situation. But what I want to suggest to you is that our ability to live well beyond our current capacity is the ability to take other people's proven good habits and install them into our lives. What I'm suggesting here is that it takes a lot of work for people to discover an optimal habit. And when they do, they know that by executing that habit, it will get them those rewards. Now, I may not even know that that reward exists. I'm stumbling around essentially in my life, and it's almost random what I'm exposed to. But if I can access other people's known reward systems, where they know that here's the cue, here's the craving, here's the action, and here's the reward, and I can see those, and I can take those and put them into my life, and then I will get those rewards, even if I don't know that that reward exists, and I don't know what the cue looks like. By reading about them, by taking in other people's insights, proven to work, and then installing it into my reality as a habit, I will also get those rewards. This is phenomenal. This is truly phenomenal. Basically, ideally, we should be looking for people who have optimal habits that create rewards that we want. And then saying, well, what is the reward system installed here? What is the habit that they have? And if I then implicate those or install those habits into me by making them obvious, by making them attractive, by making them easy, and by making them satisfying, then those rewards will come to my life. This is amazing. I hope you can see that previous to this, my ability to get rewards in my life was limited to those that showed up in my direct reality. That right now, you and I have access to an unbelievable collection of proven habits. And all we need to do is have a mechanism for installing those. The problem is that most of the time, It stays in here. It stays in the book and it does not actually get installed. It doesn't become part of me. That I often will struggle to get other people's habits in. And making that easier, making that more direct can be done by a system. You see, those 4 steps of a habit change are really just 4 processes in a system. And that if I look for the cue and I look for the response and I look for the craving and I get the reward and I loop that, I make it obvious, perhaps I install a reminder in my calendar that takes me directly to this new habit, then eventually I will do it so many times and I will have enough repetitions of experiencing that reward that even though that reward never existed in my world before and was only available in a book because someone else had discovered it from their reality, I can now have this. This is very exciting. This is truly incredible in my opinion. It's been available. It's always been available for as long as we've had books, which is not something new. But what is interesting to me is how do we make that system for getting these habits installed into myself and to others much more effective? That is where the breakdown is happening. It's not that we do not know what rewards you will get if you do these things. It is well documented across hundreds of books in Amazon. If you want a better fitness, then here's the system, here's the habits that do that. If you want to be a better learner, here's the habits that do that. If you want to have a better memory, here's the habits that do this. If you want to make more money, here's the habits that do this. If you want to keep more money, here's the habits that do this. These are documented, and providing that those books are not written by charlatans that are just trying to sell you the book. But if they truly are getting those results, then your and my opportunity is to say, yes, I too want those results. And I just need to have a highly effective mechanism for bringing out the system of the habits and then getting me to do it, getting you to do it over and over until it becomes habitual. The inevitable outcome of this is that you and I will experience those rewards that were found by somebody else. Found by somebody else. Now, your family of origin, your current situation, none of these have anything to do with it. You need 2 things. 1, you need the habit that works, and 2, you need the installation system. I'm pretty excited for this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play this out. The very first system. So I extracted the system out of this book. I'm like, all right, every time I need to have a habit change, I got a system for that. And that means that my ability to install other people's habits that work into my life goes up significantly. All right, that's all I got for you today. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on another episode as we continue this journey into the power of systems to create results, including habit change. Look forward to seeing you soon on the next episode.